Hey guys, we're going to be doing a nice stretch for today. It's going to be standing at the start. It is quite intense and it's all going to be lower body focus for today. We are going to do a tiny bit of upper body, but like predominantly lower body. Make sure you have a mat. If you want like a pillow or anything, if you've got sore knees, we are going to be going onto them at some point. You're welcome to use that. However, you won't need anything else. So mat, pillow if you want, some water, and let's get started. Beautiful, so we're gonna start up nice and tall, setting the feet nice and wide, pressing them down into the mat. We're gonna take a deep breath in, reach the arms all the way up to the sky, lift the sternum up. As you breathe out, tuck the chin into the chest, slowly roll down one vertebrae at a time. Once you make it down here, have a little moment, take a deep breath in, and restack the spine with the head the last thing to come up, and repeat the process. Deep breath in. And tucking it in. Let's go for 2 more rounds. One, holding down here for me. I'm going to set my feet a little bit wider, a bit more comfortable. You can cross your arms over if it feels good for you, and I just want you to hang for the next 30 seconds. Giving the head a good shake, yes and no. Really letting the spine lengthen. You may feel a stretch in the backs of the legs, the lower spine, the upper spine. I personally feel it in the backs of my legs, the calves, the hamstrings. I also feel it in my spine, so not so much my lower back, but I feel it a little bit more into the center, the thoracic spine. Using your breath to lengthen a little bit further. With every exhale, I want you to feel yourself lengthen and drop closer to the floor, while stretching the knees as much as you possibly can. They do not have to be straight. 10 more seconds. Beautiful. When you're ready, I want you to unravel those arms, grabbing either onto the back, anywhere on the backs of the legs, basically, that you can reach. I'm personally going to go around my ankles. From here, you're going to start bending your knees as much as you possibly can. Deep breath in. As you breathe out, you're going to stretch your legs while trying to use your hands to pull yourself back a little bit further. And again, deep breath. And out. Let's go for 2 more. 2. Holding here. Deep breath in. Pull a little bit harder. We're holding here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently release the legs. Softly bend the knees. Take a deep breath in. And restack the spine with the head the last thing to come up, nice and slowly. Give the shoulders a good roll up and back. Beautiful. When you're ready, you're going to reach the arms out to the side. We're going to get into a little bit of the upper body here. So deep breath in as you breathe out. We're reaching up and over, lateral reach. Coming all the way up. Heading the other way. One more each side. here for me. Trying to keep that top shoulder back as much as you possibly can. Another hand on the thigh, hand down on the shin. Welcome to. I personally like doing this because gravity forces me to push a little bit further. We're holding here for another 3, 2, and 1. Gently coming up for me. Heading the other way. Reaching up, over and hold. Lengthening as far as you possibly can. Try and look up to the ceiling if possible. Holding here for another 4, 3, 2, and gently come up on 1. Give yourself a wriggle. From here, you're going to pivot both of your toes so you're on an angle, and I want you to have both your hips pointing towards this angle as well. So make sure you're not keeping them open. We're pointing. From here, hands are going to be on your hips. You're going to take a deep breath in as you breathe out. You're going to try and keep your legs as straight as you can. You're going to push your hips back, lengthen the body, keep the body long. Do not round the back at all. And then squeeze all the way back up. As soon as you feel like you're getting to a point where the back's starting to round a little bit, come all the way back to the start. Deep breath in, breathing out. Thought process is trying to get the stomach down towards the thigh, and the more you lengthen your back, the more you're going to pull through the hamstring and through the nerves that run through the backs of the legs. Okay, one more. On your next one, holding down there for me. Slipping through. 2 and forward. Fold in 1, letting yourself hang heavy. Hold yourself a little bit higher if you need. The goal is to get yourself as low as you can towards that leg. Let the head hang. Deep breath in. Sink a little lower. And again, deep breath. When you're ready, I want you to either keep your hands on the floor or onto your leg and foot. It's totally up to you. From here, we're turning out our other foot a little bit more, so pointing the toes out. From here, you're going to bend the knee as much as you possibly can, leaning up and over that side, keeping this other leg nice and straight, and then pushing all the way up. If you'd like to heel ball your feet a little bit wider for this part, you're more than welcome to. And the goal is to hug yourself as close as you can to that leg as you move it. You may even start to feel it through the lats and the obliques a little bit, maybe the lower back. For me at the moment, it's pretty much all hamstring. Two more. 2. One, holding up and over here. Deep breath in and sink. We're holding here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently bring yourself back to the center. Turn both toes to the front. Have a little moment to wriggle and rock. Just notice the difference between the legs. Center yourself. Take a deep breath in as you breathe out. Softly bend the knees and restack the spine. From here, we're going for a side lunge. It's quite challenging, so take your time. You can do an elevated version if you need with the chair. So from here, we're setting our feet even wider, as wide as your body will allow comfortably. From here, we're keeping this foot down nice and flat on the floor. We're going to turn this toe out a little bit. From here, we're sinking our glutes back. We are coming as far across as we can. This is going to get a little bit more into that groin. And then we're going to come all the way back up and have your little rest. Coming down, sinking down this one, holding down for me. Get comfy and just hold. I personally like to push my arm back into my knee to try and open it up a little bit further. My goal for this one, is trying to keep my foot as flat on the floor as I can. 10 more seconds here. We're holding here for another 5, 4, 3, 2. Turning towards that front leg, so picking yourself up a bit for me. Pivoting your toes, back knee down onto the floor. So we're in this lunge position. I want you to try and keep your ankle and your knee stacked the entire time. If you want to get deeper, slide your back knee back. This is the moment where you can grab a pillow if you need. From here, you're sinking your hips down as much as you possibly can and holding. Trying to feel it through the front of the hip and the quad lengthen. Deep breath in. Sink a little lower. When you're ready, I want you to push up into your hands. And I just want you to hold here, trying to feel that hip flexor lengthening even more. Pushing the hips forward while lifting the torso will help pull them a little harder. Deep breath in. And pull. Holding here. Balance for another 10. 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hand down to the floor. Let your hip release a little. Just rock back and forth. Give it a little moment to release. From here, you're going to hold your weight forward. I've got my right foot forward. If you have your right foot forward, place your left hand down onto the mat. From here, you are pivoting your body back a bit. If you have a band or something, you're welcome to use it here, or this is totally optional. You're going to bend your back knee and try and catch your foot. From here, you're pulling the foot in as tight as you can, whilst also sinking the hips down, trying to get as low as you possibly can. Beautiful. Deep breath in and sink. We're holding here for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the leg. Push back and forth, releasing through the hip a little. All right, the hardest one is coming up now for this little sequence. So you're going to come back into your lunge position. I want you to tuck your toes under, lift your back knee off and try to hold. Once you get there, I want you to push your weight up and hold here only for the next 10. Sink the hips down, 9, back knee lifted, 8, 7, 6, 5. We're going to stand up in 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand up. Give the hips a wriggle. We have one last little thing on this side, then we'll make our way to the other. So, putting the feet back into that starting position. So we're in that lunge position. Come back down for your full long lunge. From here, we're staying as low as we can. We're pivoting the bottom heel. We're turning this toe up to the sky, hitting your side lunge, and then rolling back through, hitting your front. Rocking back and forth, taking your time, trying to keep this knee and foot lifted and open. Turning the toe to the sky, sinking the hip down. Now your heel may end up being off the floor if you don't have the kind of mobility in the ankle. It can be off the floor if it needs to be, but your goal is to try and get it down as low as possible. Let's go 2 more rounds. 2. Last one. And hold. Open up as much as you possibly can. Push this knee back. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring yourself to the center. give the hips a little wriggle. And when you're ready, restack the spine with the head the last thing to come up. Oh, shake it out. Have a sip if you need. We have the whole thing on the other side. So, feet are nice and wide for me. You're going to reach, no, you're not going to reach your arm. I lied. You're going to turn your feet. So you're going to pivot your feet so they're both pointing on the same angle. Both hips are pointing on the same angle as well. So pretend there's headlights there. From here, hands on hips. Deep breath in as you breathe out, keeping a flat back. Push the hips back. Lengthen as close to your thigh as you can without rounding. And then squeeze all the way back up. Leaning forward. And coming up. Sorry if you can hear that dog. And leaning forward. And coming up. 2 more. 2. On this one, hold it here for me. Keeping the body forward, flat back for another 5, 4, 3, 2, forward fold and 1. Let yourself be heavy here, trying to get your body as close to your thigh as you can. Feeling that hamstring pull. For me, it's my left one. Let the head be heavy. Deep breath in. And sink. We're holding here for another 3, 2, and 1. From here, I want you to turn your back toe out a little bit and step the foot a little bit wider. Grabbing onto the calf, the ankle, the foot, the floor, wherever you feel most comfortable, and trying to pull your body as close as you possibly can. From here, bending through the other leg. You can lift the heel off if you need, and then squeezing all the way back up. And lowering. And lifting. Oh, hamstrings are tight. 2 more. 2. On this one, just hold, hugging yourself towards that thigh. Holding here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and pushing all the way up. Pivot both your toes so you're forward. And just have a moment to hang. Just notice the difference between the legs. Give yourself a good shake out. When you're ready, center yourself, soften the knees, take a deep breath in, and you stack the spine. Let the head the last thing to come up. Once you make it up, shoulders up and back. Ooh, I'm dizzy now. And let's head to the other side. So, you're going to be turning out this toe a bit. We're going to start doing our side lunge this way. So keeping this foot nice and flat, toes pointing forward if you can. Stick the glutes back behind you, sink as low as you possibly can into your side lunge. Heel can come off the floor if need be. And then push yourself all the way back up. So there's a little bit of strength happening through here as well as mobility. Remembering, you can go for any option. If this is it for you today, this is it for you. If you want to just get fingertips down to the floor, you can, or you can go all the way down. On this one, we're going to hold as low as you can. And just hold here. Trying to push this knee out. Keep this foot as flat on the floor as you can. Sink the hip open so you start pulling through the groin. Good 10 or 10. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently coming up for me, you're going to pivot your body. Pivot yourself so you end up in a lunge position. From here, making sure your knee stays stacked over your ankle. If you want to make this more challenging, slide your back knee back. From here, you are sinking your hips as low as you possibly can in this supported lunge. Try and open up through the hips. When you're ready, pushing up into the hands, holding here, trying to push this hip under, lengthen through the rest of the torso to feel the hip flexor pull. We're holding here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Send the weight back. Rock back and forth just to lubricate the hip a little bit and give you a bit of a rest. And when you're ready, coming forward again. I've got my left foot forward, so I'm going to place my right hand down on the ground. I am then going to twist myself back, and I'm going to try and catch my back foot. If you cannot catch it, do not stress, just hold it here. From here, you're holding your foot in as tight as you possibly can while sinking the hips down. I find this one super challenging. Deep breath in and pull a little bit tighter. 10 more, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and release on 1. Rock back and forth again. When you're ready, you're going to keep all your weight forward. This is the most challenging one like earlier. So hands are down on your mat. Tuck your back toe under, take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, you're going to lift your back knee off and hold, sinking the hips as low as you can. If you feel good, you're going to bring your hands up onto your thigh, lift the torso while keeping your back knee straight. Holding here just for 10 seconds. Pulling as hard as you possibly can. Ooh, trying to balance. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, and ouch on 1. Rock back and forth. When you're ready, we're going to end up back in our lunge position, lifting up into our lunge. We're going to rotate our feet. So this toe is turned out at an angle. You're going to send this toe right up to the sky, hitting your full side lunge, trying to keep that knee as open as you can. From here, rotating back, sink the hips down. The goal is to stay as low as you possibly can. Two more rounds. 2. On your next one, we are going to hold. And holding here. Sinking as low as you can. Pushing this knee out with your elbow. Personally, I like using the back of my arm and my elbow to help push it out a little further and lean forward. We're holding here for another 4, 3. We're going to sit down into and 1. Ooh. Sit down, lean back, windscreen wiper. Alrighty, we are going to sit up nice and tall. I'm going to get you to send the legs out nice and long and then open them up to a straddle position. Shot this way a little bit. From here, we are literally just going to collapse up and over. So keeping the knees and toes pointing up towards the sky. You can point the feet if you want, but just make sure we're not getting any internal rotation. It's turning out and up. You're going to start leaning forward for me and holding. Letting everything drop. And if you need to make it harder, scooch yourself further forward. So nice and back. And then come forward. There we go. We're holding in 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, and gently come up. 1. Bring those legs together. Set the feet together. Give yourself a little flutter. So we're going for a butterfly stretch here. So pulling the feet in as tight as you can. Make sure the soles of the feet together. Now you can either grab onto the tops of the feet or the ankles. Please don't grab the toes, because generally what happens when people grab the toes is they start to pull their feet up. So we want our feet down on the floor. I personally like grabbing my ankles because then I can push my knees, elbows into my thighs and knees. So from here, pushing the elbows into the thighs and start leaning over. I struggle to do this stretch, and it's not because like I don't really feel it and I can't get myself into it unless I have help. That's just me. Some people feel like I just feel stuck, but that's me. Everyone's a little bit different. As you saw, like I can open in many different directions. For a lot of people, this gets their groin, and then it's all glute in the hip. Beautiful. Take a deep breath in. Sink a little lower. Holding here for another 10. Push harder. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sitting up for me nice and tall. From here, we're going to start doing one hand at a time, pushing one knee down, and then heading to the other side gently. If you can do 2 legs at a time, please go for 2. If you're able to get in. But for me, my hips are so stiff, I cannot get them open. 3 more. 2. And last one. From here, I want you to lean back into your hands. I want you to pick up your feet. Just watching a little rock. We're going to get into the glutes a little bit. So I want you to bring, I'm doing my left leg, you do whichever leg you want, just make sure you mirror me. So I'm bringing my leg underneath me, so my shin is parallel to the front of the mat. Let the knee and shin drop. So now we're nice and flat. I'm very tight in this position, you may be fine. From here, you're picking up your other foot. Make sure you flex the foot to protect the ankle and the knee joint. Roughly the ankle and the foot sit on top of your knee. From here, but from here, your goal is to sit up, get your glutes down on the floor, and then have both knees pressing down to the floor. This knee pressing down to the floor, this knee pressing down to this foot, and then leaning up and over. There's no way. So I'm going to stay here. Next one, just try and deep breath in. Set the feet out, windscreen wiper. Beautiful, other side. So we are sending this leg on the bottom now. Shin parallel to the front of your mat. Make sure your leg isn't bent in too far. Should be nice and parallel. Flex this foot, lean up and over onto this leg. From here, you're picking up your other leg, flexing the foot as well, trying to get the ankle roughly onto the knee. We are then going to start leaning up and over, trying to get to a seated position. If you feel good, get this knee down onto here. If you feel even better, start leaning forward. I find this so bloody challenging. There we go. Another 10 to go here. For another 5, 4, 3, 2, and gently come on. I need to do that stretch a lot more. Screen wiper. And when you're ready, sit up nice and tall. Let's just start rolling the shoulders up and back. Close the eyes down for me. Let's take some breaths to finish off. Reach up towards the sky, deep breath in. And as you breathe out, bring the hands back down and repeat deep breath in. This time, lower the hands down to the heart center. Beautiful. Thanks for joining me, guys. I hope your legs are feeling a little looser and not tighter. As always, make sure you like if you enjoyed this video, comment anything you'd like to see, follow me on all the social media platforms, and subscribe because it really supports my channel. And I hope to see you at the next workout. See you soon. Bye.